Hello, Libra. It is time for your July reading. I'm going to drop the cards all over the floor right at the start. Okay. We're going to start off with an oracle card, see what kind of energy you're working with here, primarily in the month of July. And you have the shadow. Something that was hidden is being revealed for some of you. I got a flash of the moon card for tarot, and that's a lot of what that is about, is secrets revealed. I feel like this is time for you to come out of the shadows. If you've been holding back, wow, I'm being torn in two different directions for you. How appropriate is that for you, Libra? Some of it is, it's time for you to come out of the shadows, to stop hiding. And the other part is, you need to dive into those shadows. You need to do that shadow work. You need to look into, why are you holding back in certain areas? What have you been avoiding in yourself that you need to face, that you need to handle? It's time to handle that. Probably that might be why or how you come out of the shadows, is because you're ready to face them. You're ready to see yourself, your whole self, so that you feel more at home in your own body, in your own psyche. It's time to examine those things. Does that mean it'll be easy? No. But it's time. It's time to give yourself that kind of grace and love, to honor yourself in that way, to love even the darker parts of yourself, because that's what makes you who you are. And that's okay. That's how we all are. We human beings here upon this planet, full of light and shadow. Let's see what your tarot messages or tarot cards have to say. We have Justice. Yeah, okay, I see. The Five of Swords, the World, the Four of Wands, and the Knight of Coins. Eight of Coins. Okay, I like that better. I like the Eight of Coins. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is there's definitely been some conflict, or maybe some conflict. The Justice card is a major arcana card, so this feels like you've been waiting for a decision to come down, or a decision is about to come down on something. This could be a legal matter, but it's where the scales are being balanced. It's a karma card. Karma's about to be served. It could be served on you or someone else, but things are going to be balanced out. The scales of justice need to be balanced. This is very appropriate for Libra with the scales, which is what this is. This may be what you have to face. This may be part of your shadows. There's so much color in these cards compared to your shadow card too. This definitely feels like it is time. It is just time to bring some of those shadows out, to face them, to bring color to them, to give them form and substance, to stop hiding them behind a wall and keeping them hidden in shadow. These are parts of yourself that need to be exposed, shared with the world, because even our shadows have value and can teach lessons and be important examples of why. I've been doing that, it's bothering me. Why the whole of you is so beautiful and so vibrant that it cannot be contained as much as you might try. I think that's what the Justice is card, because look at all the vibrant beauty in that and this World card too. That is you in balance. You are both light and dark, and whole in that way. But you can't ignore the dark sides. It has to be acknowledged, at least. And I think this Justice card, for some reason, there's something around this where this is where it's time to face that. It's time to expose it. It's time to see it, acknowledge it, give it the respect it deserves as much as the light side. because it's part of the whole you, which brings you into that balance. Okay. And then we have the Five of Swords. This is not to say this won't be without challenge. Swords are an air element, and fives are about challenges, complications, maybe a little chaos. And swords themselves are, I already said it's air, so it's about communication, speech. For some reason, that's coming through more strongly for you as the communication and speech, our ideas, education, etc. The Five of Swords is typically about you're winning the argument, but at what cost? You may be so focused on being right that you are alienating those that you're closest to, people that you don't want to alienate, just for the sake of being right, of having the upper hand, of having the last word. Make sure you're paying attention to how you're communicating, especially if you're having any arguments in any way here in these first few weeks of July. Watch your words if you can. And that might be part of why you need to look in those shadows to understand, why is it I think I always have to have the last word? Why do I do that? It's okay to let silence speak for you sometimes. Silence can speak louder than anything when the circumstances are right. Do you really need all those forks? You have them all, but you have no one to share the meal that those would go with. And you need those people. Or you need that sense of community. You don't want to alienate your community. So just pay attention to, I guess a lot of it has to do why you feel you need to have that last word. Look into those shadows to understand that part of yourself better. And maybe even share that part of what you discover with those that you would like to sit down and have a meal with and have an open discussion, a healthy discussion with. Maybe just let them know you are aware that sometimes you take things too far because you feel like you need to have that last word, but you are working through that. Have that kind of open discussion instead of taking it into something it doesn't need to be, instead of trying to win it at all costs. Because again, there's this feeling of these people are important to you and you don't want to alienate them. You don't want to lose them. You don't really want to win at all costs. So this is something you need to work into yourself, into your own full psyche. Why do you feel the need to go that far? Okay, and then we have the World. The World is the last card in the major arcana. This is a card indicating the end of one journey, a completion, a graduation. It's a good card. And that might be what all this is about, this integration of yourself, of understanding yourself better on a much deeper level than you ever have, and being willing to share that and your lessons around that with those that you love. The World card, so this is the ending of one cycle of one journey, but it is at the same time simultaneously the beginning of a new one. But you're not going into it without any information. You're able to take the lessons, the information that you have learned thus far, and start a new journey, a new project, a new phase of your life. And that may be especially true with this Justice card here, because if it's a decision or something you had been waiting on that needed to be resolved before you could move on, the World, both of these together are indicating this gets settled. If it's a legal matter, especially, this gets settled. So now you don't have that hanging over yourself anymore. Maybe you can stop talking about it. That could be part of what this is here. Beating the dead horse type of thing. And you're ready now to move on from it. You have closure on this so that now you can move forward on this. And then we have the Four of Wands. Wands are a fire element. Bold, vivacious, passionate. And the Four of Wands, a lot of times, is about a celebration. Well, it is about celebrating with friends, with family. It's about bringing two sides together and celebration. It could be marriage, it could be an engagement, it could be celebrating a major life event, but it is definitely two different communities coming together. So, if, for example, if it was a graduation, it's going to be about the family of the graduate and the friends and associates of the graduate. Normally, they don't mix, right? They're two usually distinct parts of this person's life, but here they're coming together to celebrate. There is a sense of unity, of joy, of reverie. So this is a celebration. So you may have something going on here in the second half of the month. It could be a wedding. Again, it could be related to graduations. It could be birth. It could be many things, but it is definitely celebratory. And it's definitely bringing people from multiple areas together, or walks of life, or two communities together to celebrate. And it's a beautiful thing. It's a strong, solid foundation to build off of. So this could be where you meet new people also. It's really good energy, vibrant, vivacious. Maybe a loud celebration, music, something involved there, but definitely a party atmosphere. And then we have the Eight of Coins. So this is an earth element. It's going to be about your home life or your career or finances in general. A lot of times I look at, well, okay, I was going to go one way with it, but we're talking Libra here, and I see the cogs. The Eight of Pentacles, or the Eight of Coins, is about becoming a master in your field. You're no longer the apprentice, you are now the expert, the teacher, the person other people seek out for your craftsmanship. What does this mean? So this could be at your career, where you're becoming, maybe getting promoted, or at least being recognized for your expertise at a minimum. If this is related to finances, which it certainly could be with Libra, you have mastered your budget. You have it all planned out. You are on top of that and having a lot of success in that area. With where things are, maybe you're saving up for something in particular, but you're doing a really good job. Maybe even exceeding your own expectations in this area. So it feels a little random here at the end, but maybe a lot of this is related. Maybe this is a part of yourself that you have not acknowledged, or maybe you've looked at it as, maybe your viewpoint of your budgeting prowess has been that you're looking at it in a negative way. Like, I'm such a miser. I don't splurge on certain things, but you do, though. You save for it first, but you do splurge on it. You plan your splurges maybe more than others. Maybe you criticize yourself for not being spontaneous. That's a shadow piece. That's part of who you are. The people that love you don't care. They admire these aspects about you. That's what the Eight of Coins is about. Be proud of your accomplishments, of what you're capable of. Other people notice, and they admire that too. All right, on the bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Wands. Expectation. What's over the hill? There's a sense of anticipation, a sense of excitement about the future, about what's coming. Something maybe that you've been planning, maybe you've been saving for a specific vacation or something. It's coming up soon. You can see it. The ships are coming in. You're ready. And you're excited about it. You didn't think you'd see this day quite so soon. But you're doing so much better than you thought you were, that it's coming in, and it's coming in quicker than you thought. And that's exciting. And you cannot wait to share that with your friends and family, with the people that you're closest to. It's a beautiful thing. And that, Libra, is what I have for you for July. Please hit that like button and please hit subscribe to help me grow my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you later.